Welcome to Tech Cargo. And today, we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 dealing with bullies scenes in movies. For this list, we're looking at the best and most memorable movie moments in which a bully gets his or her comeuppance. We will be discussing important scenes in the films in question, so here's your spoiler alert. Number 10. Bud beaten by Brass. 3 o'clock hide. Buddy Rayvale is the type of person that makes you want to cross the street instead of having to walk by him. When Jerry, a fellow student, is assigned by the school paper to question him, he arouses Buddy's ire and wins a date with his fists. Jerry's destruction is seemingly set for the end of the school day. After choosing to pay him off, Jerry receives a sincere and severe insult that inspires him to not only stand up for himself, but also challenge the beast to a fight. Aided by Brass Knuckles, Jerry knocks his massive adversary out and wins the day. Number 9. The Six Stick. Kick-Ass 2. It's hard to imagine a girl who can kill a man with his own finger feeling vulnerable. But after Brooke and her crew pretend to be Mindy's friends, then ditch her in the woods, Mindy is shaken. Taking some advice from her Robin, Mindy beats them at their own game. These mean girls may wear a pretty, popular, and pristine costume, but one touch from the Six Stick and all that ugliness they have on the inside upchucks right out. Everyone dreams about getting the ultimate revenge on a bully. Well, this scene has everything you could possibly want: an epic speech, public humiliation, and the perfect soundtrack. Before we move on, be sure to subscribe to Tech Cargo with notifications on. Number 8. Prom Pyrotechnics. Carrie. Carrie White is an innocent soul who has spent her life under the thumb of everyone around her. Whether it's the supposed cool kids or her possessive mother, beset by her maturing body and dastardly peers, she is set up to feel accepted until the moment it is all pulled away from her. Fueled by telekinetic powers and an anger that only a lifetime of abuse can foster, she then unleashes hell upon prom, and particularly those who trespassed against her. Number 7. Rock War. It. When Henry Bowers and his crew of bullies are beating up on the homeschooled kid, Mike, 3-on-1. The Losers Club show up and even up the battlefield. Just as Henry is about to bludgeon Mike with a rock, Deverly bludgeons Henry first. This action incites a full-on rock war that sends the bullies running away like a bunch of cowards. The shocked and pained look on Henry Bowers' face as the losers pummel them is the ultimate vindication. The losers are the winners here. Number 6. Ralphie's Revenge. A Christmas Story. A Christmas Story does a delightful job at capturing the wonder and whimsy of childhood. It also isn't afraid to address the darker, colder moments of youth either, though Ralphie is one of the most beloved characters in film history. So the neighborhood bullies that frighten him and his friends make us both uncomfortable and angry. When our little man loses his cool and mercilessly pounds Scott, all the while spouting profanity, the relief we feel is incredibly powerful. Number 5. Gordy's Gun. Stand By Me. Kiefer Sutherland may have gone on to play one of the greatest TV heroes of all time in 24, but he plays a very different sort of character here. Looking like evil incarnate, Ace Merrill would be terrifying even to grown men, yet he spends his time contending with a foursome of young friends. Young Gordy, played by nerd icon Wil Wheaton, is the farthest thing from fearsome, which is why it is so satisfying when he pulls a gun and stands up for himself and his friends in this scene from the coming-of-age drama. Number 4. Chair Revenge. Moonlight. The only way to really deal with a bully is to stand up to them. After the school bully, Terrell, gets Chiron's best friend, Kevin, to beat him up, Chiron takes a four-pronged stance with the help of a chair. Chiron walks into class with a sense of purpose, picks up an empty chair, and smashes him over the head with it. Simple, yet effective. What makes this scene so memorable is that it comes completely out of left field, with no warning and no build-up. Number 3. Bar Fight. Kingsman. The Secret Service. Manners Maketh Man. When Eggsy finds himself in trouble with his neighborhood thugs, his new friend and mentor, Harry, steps in and attempts to teach them this very important lesson, that the thugs persist, and Harry challenges them to a fight. To their and Eggsy's surprise, He takes out all of them with the most unlikely of weapons, his trusty umbrella. Each new trick that the umbrella possesses, such as its bulletproof quality and stun gun setting, make the fight even more epic. The scene is so epic that the movie calls back to it in a mid-credit scene, where Eggsy gives the exact same thugs a second lesson in manners. Number 2. Beaten Biff. Back to the Future. The villain of Back to the Future, Biff Tannen, seems like a typical bully that comes from a long line of bullies, spending his days threatening others with violence and extorting schoolwork. The only thing that makes him stand out is how entertaining he is at first sight. Then we watch Biff interact with Lorraine Baines and recognize that he will stop at nothing, including sexual assault, to get what he wants. In the other corner, there is the weak and scared George McFly that couldn't hurt, well, a fly. In the end, however, Marty's father turns it all around and knocks Biff out in a single blow. For us, there is nothing better. Number 1. The final fight with Daniel and Johnny, the Karate Kid. To keep Daniel from being relentlessly and continuously beaten up by Johnny Lawrence of Cobra Kai, Mr. Miyagi makes a deal that the two will fight once and for all at the upcoming karate tournament. Though Mr. Miyagi is a skilled teacher, Daniel is the least experienced student at the tournament, yet fights his way all the way into the finals to face Johnny. Overcoming intimidation tactics and cheap shots, Daniel wins the match with the legendary crane kick. In the end, Johnny is changed by the experience. Daniel doesn't just beat him, he earns his respect. Subscribe to Tech Cargo for more, and check out some of our other popular videos.